Well, just can't put it off any longer, huh? Let's get her done. Alright, well, about to get started here on pulling this apart. We'll pull out this air box, get all this out of the way, all the plumbing that goes with it, drain the radiator fluid, and just start going from there, man. Get all these hoses are getting replaced and all that stuff. I got a new canister for that, so all of it's getting replaced. So yeah, no time like the present to get after it. Bring it back when we get into some stuff or something spectacular or whatever happens that I want to show you guys. But there's a ton of videos on this, so probably not going to time lapse a whole lot of stuff or anything like that. But I don't know. We'll see if things start looking different than they usually do. Then I will. Other than that, I'll link a couple of videos that I've watched before doing this, so this way you guys can check them out too. Alright, so as you see, we got the air box off and all the vacuum lines go with it. That's all over here. I didn't really label them, but I took them apart where there's only one way they can go back on. That whole central thing kind of clips in here and then everything just falls into place, so shouldn't be bad. But the reason I'm bringing it back is because I checked the oil and I said I was going to take it back here if something crazy happened. So, I told you it was milkshaked, right? First off, it was sitting, so you see all this corrosion on here. Obviously, there's water, right? I don't know if you can see this. So, okay, see that? There's like grit in that too. This is like, let's see, get on there. There's like corrosion or something in there along with it. That can't be good. So it was milkshaked, and then I let it sit for a year, maybe longer. But now it's not as I don't know, man. This is weird. The oil doesn't look bad, but there's some kind of grit to it. So I don't know if it's corrosion. I don't know what it is. Can't be good. I'm thinking this can't be good. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to drain all the oil, see what we got going on there, pull the filter up, maybe cut it, see what's up with that. Like I said, the odd part about this whole thing is this thing was running perfect. I mean, absolutely not running hot, nothing like that. And it'll do the same right now. I just drove it in here. So guess we'll see what's going on. Drain the coolant too, see what's going on there. And I don't know. Now I'm a little baffled. So we'll go from here, and I'll bring it back when I figure something out. All right, so drain the oil. Take a look at this. Does that look milkshake? It's pretty golden brownish with some miles on it because the Jeep's got 190-something thousand. This oil might have 500 miles on it. He changed it a couple weeks before, and he said he didn't notice anything wrong with the oil. I remember checking the oil and finding it bad, but I don't know. The more I'm thinking about it, it was actually, I don't know. I don't know that this was the one. Dude, I got like 10 cars. I'm always changing them around, so I don't know. Did I remember this incorrectly? I doubt it. I don't know. So this is what we're going to do. Leave the oil there. Before I start tearing this into this thing, I'm draining the coolant out and see what's going on with that. And we'll go from there. I don't want to do a bunch of maintenance I don't need to do because Well, why would you? Like I said, the thing ran great. Didn't get hot. No loss of power. None of the things that happen when you blow a head gasket. Heat worked great. I mean, everything. It was. All right. We're going to. The oil looks fine. Looking at that oil, there ain't nothing wrong with the head gasket. We're going to check this coolant. Maybe we got a coolant issue. I know we got a coolant issue. We're going to change all that either way. I got all the crap for that. And yeah, the hoses are on their way out now. So we're going to change all that. But that might be all we have to do to this thing. It'll be all right. So I'll let you know. All right, I just want to bring you guys back here for a second. See, we're getting a lot of stuff taken out here. Electric fan, 2 bolts on the top, electrical connection, it basically falls out. This fan shroud, not as easy. You got to pull the mechanical fan out there too. And of course the clutch gets in the way. So it comes out as one unit. And mine was getting there pretty good, so I was trying to spin the motor. So I had to have another ratchet on the crank while I was doing that. It's kind of whatever. We got her done now. Not too bad. But this is the thing that bothers me. So let me show you here, and this is actually why. What is the story with these 80s and 90s vehicles? We all know they're a pain in the ass to work on, right? Can you see here? No, you can't. See that right there? Right there. That's the petcock. It's about as bad as a caddy one. You can't get nothing in there. So the lower radiator hose right there, I'll probably just pull that off, and it's going to go everywhere. So what I was trying to not have happen, because we're trying to diagnose this problem, so hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. It's dude, I had to take the battery and that fan shroud off before I could even see it. And yeah, so if you're doing some kind of flush or something like that, my recommendation, electric fan, so it's right here, boom, it comes out in a second, lower hose right there, easy day, rather than going through the aggravation I did. Either way, I had to take it out, but if you're just doing a flush or something, there's no need to do that, so I figured I'd let you know. All right, I'll bring you guys back after I get this coolant out and see what it looks like. Well, just as I suspected, they went everywhere. So I had the bucket there, didn't really help. But check it out, man. Just water. Just water. We had that coolant leak last time I was messing with this thing. I remember just putting water in it because I was going to do all this stuff. But I ain't changing the head gasket, it ain't blown. We already went through that on the Cadillac, throwing parts of stuff that's not broken. We ain't doing it again. So we're going to just fix things that are broken. So let's take it over here to the board. Because there's plenty of things in here that are broken, don't get me wrong. So, head gasket. Nope, we'll swap out that O2 sensor. We've got that power steering problem. We will change the heater hoses, radiator hoses, and the fan switch. Pressure canister, the canister's got a bunch of crap in it. Thermostat mount is just drilling a hole in it, so I don't got to do the whole bleeding fiasco. So we're gonna do that too. Oil change? Yeah. Waiting on some stuff there for the power windows, battery cables. The more I look at them, they're atrocious. I just saw the hot wires bad, even just as bad as the ground. So yeah, that's what's up. We're gonna take care of all that stuff, minus the head gasket. This just got a little bit easier. Nice. All right, so we got the lower hose off. There's the hose. This will run into the mess. I pulled that fan switch and the sensor out while I was at it, and threw it over here on the parts extracted. And it's almost dry underneath here. I just mopped it all up, but while that's drying, I pulled out all the stuff to go in, minus the head gasket, because I do have that on the shelf, but we determined that's not bad. So I jumped the gun, and I might owe the kid a couple bucks for that, because I think he bought that. But I'll take a second here to give a shout out to the wife. She came down here and organized all my stuff. See it? And it's like, you know, Boom, I know where everything is, right? Just the little stuff, right? So I really appreciate that. Thanks, babe. So, let's see what we got here. Heater hose. I believe that's the lower radiator hose. Upper radiator hose. O2 sensor. This is the fan switch / sensor. Thermostat gasket. The thermostat's actually newish. Fuel filter. That's the rest of the random stuff left over from other Jeeps. So that's inside. And then we got brand new pressure canister. It's not an overflow, that's a pressure canister because it is. And this should be our power steering. Well, but it's a reservoir, it's the whole pump. Let's see what we got. Little rock auto, right? The guy thought about bagging air, right? The overhead. Oh, there's that box in the box situation going on. Dope. Always love that. And power steering pump. So here is the whole shooting match, it looks like. Pump, reservoir, all in one. Remember Andrew bought this, looks like he bought the good one. Cool. So I don't gotta go around and do all that. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So there's the array of parts that'll get put on the Jeep, and we're a step closer to getting it back on the road. All right, a few other things I almost forgot. I actually had these sitting in the back shop. Antifreeze, obviously. I just drained everything. Power steering fluid was sitting back there too. Had to go to auto parts store. I grabbed some degreaser for the front end of that motor. It's pretty nasty. I'm gonna power wash it all tomorrow, I think. Oil, oil filter. Yeah, it's the cheapest crap they have. Basically, that's all they had. It's the only filter they had that would fit the Jeep. So I said I'm gonna grab the crappy. So I was gonna run it real quick. Maybe put a couple hundred miles on it or something. I'll be checking it like crazy because I'm not 100% sold on this head gasket thing. But I'm going to keep, obviously keep checking it. And then, so I got to take the pulley off the old one and put on the new one. I could have bought another new pulley, but why? I mean, either way, I got to put it on. I might as well just, So I grabbed this little kit, rent a, loaner thing, $50 you pay, and then, so see the stickers on the front, right? And then this side has, looks like the back. Yeah. This is actually the front. So if you open it the other way, all this crap falls out. Ask me how I know. Yeah. Directions and a bunch of stuff here. Looks absolutely nothing like any kit I've used before. It looks like it has all the stuff just stored differently, I guess. Every time I say I'm going to buy one, and I never do. Maybe next time, because I'm not going to keep this one. Because first off, it's the only one in the town. AutoZone, they're all gone. Apparently they're changing part numbers or something. I don't know, something that would only happen to me when I'm trying to use it. So I couldn't get it from this. I think it's from Advanced, and hopefully it works. Like I said, it's not anything like I've ever used before. But so we got a whole bunch of crap here, ready to go. Put inside here, and hoping to have it all done tonight. It's only like 5:30, something like that. So start getting after it. I'll probably take a little dinner break and then get back after it. It's Saturday night, man. What else I had to do? Thanksgiving weekend. And you can't do anything or go anywhere. Even the VFW is closed. Luckily I got beer here. All right. All right, so we got the power steering pump out. It went right here. And I decided to leave the big bracketry in there and just get that out of there. And you can see it's been leaking for a while. That's got a bunch of fluid down in there. And now I can get to the lower radiator hose pretty easy. So I'll yank that out. And then we're going to start putting stuff back together. Well, on this side. I still got to pull the hoses off over here. But not too bad. Let me show you what the pump looks like when it comes out. So, here she is. See, it's pretty well soaked on the bottom. It was just seeping out everywhere, so that's why I got it with the reservoir. As you can see, let's see here. Looks like the same guy there, huh? Look at that, huh? Sweet. So I got this kit here. We'll press this off and then pull this bracket off, put it on that one, and then let's just put it back together. So, pretty easy stuff. Some hand tools and a little kit rented from AutoZone. You can knock this out. Not a big deal. All right. So this is how it all goes in here. We got this little button guy. Kind of drops in there. This little fella goes there. These guys get the bigger edge on the bottom to grab that guy. Over that. Run this in here. Now theoretically, put this little guy on here, pull that guy into place, knock it off there. Pay no attention to the chrome here on the impact. It's just, that's all I got to deal with it. There it is. Came off. Now we'll figure out how to put it back on. But yeah. Oh, that might be a little problem. Yeah, we'll take care of that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, pretty easy to get it off. Take this bracket off, put it on the new one, and reverse the process. Pretty easy. I'm not going to even record this. Just these three come off. Go in the 3 holes over there. So yeah, and there's absolutely no reason not to reuse this bracket. I'll throw it in the parts cleaner, spray a little brake clean on it, and she'll look good as new. But I think a new one was like 10 or 15 bucks. They didn't have it in stock anyways, so it doesn't matter. All right, so got the bracket put on, those 3 bolts. Obviously I cleaned this up a little bit. It's not brand new, but who cares? So, start off according to directions. Make sure you get some stuff here that fits together. Put it together by hand first. Then snug it up with some wrenches because, I find one that fits. It's on here, I promise. There it is. Okay. Now, put this little guy in here. Ready to bottom it out. At least I think. Yeah, good bite on it, so we're good. This guy here. Boom. So this is obviously the opposite of what we did on the other one, right? So before we were pulling it off, now we're pressing it on. Yeah, I got a press over there, and I could probably put it in there. And I could also probably crack this housing, crack this plastic reservoir, which I've been known to do because, well, sometimes I don't use all the finesse that I should, I guess. So, now, we get this little guy, 13/16. Right there. That's not going to work. Nope. All right, there you have it. Let's run all the way down. And see, there's a little bit, sticking out there, which is how the other one was. So you want to make sure they're lined up the same. So this way, when it's on the bracket, the belt's all aligned. If you didn't put it in far enough, if you put it in too far, you have alignment, throw a belt pretty easy. So you don't want to do that. So make a note of it before you take it off. Probably should have mentioned that before, of where this other one was, and go from there. Truth be told, I didn't do that, so I actually had to go back and look at the video I made before I took it off, so that's why I put it back in the right spot. And there you go. So now we will put this on the Jeep and start putting everything back together. Cool. All right, hey, just a quick note I wanted to touch on. When I was putting this thing together right here, I took it off with the impact. You don't have to take it off with impact. I did it to save some time. You could have done with a ratchet, so if you don't have an impact or whatever. And I'm sure there was some people that thought I was going to put it on with the impact because that might be something I do. But don't do that. That's a bad idea. If you got to put something on with impact that's obviously designed to work with hand tools, you're doing something wrong. So I just want to make a note of that. Cool. All right, I had to stop for a second. I pulled this lower radiator hose off, and I had to show you guys this. What is that negligence? I mean, just holy. This is why you got to maintain your shit. You see that? I flushed this in a couple times since I got it, but I've only had it. Well, I ran it for a year, and then it sat for 2. So that's what happens when you don't take care of your stuff. Shit just accumulates, and yeah, that's it. So I just had to show you that. It's ridiculous. I feel a little better about not changing this head gasket now because I don't think that was the issue. I think the issue was this lower hose, and who knows what's in this. I'm going to pull this out and all that and see what else we find in the rest of this cooling system. But I think that's why when that line blew over here, that hose blew over here, it dumped all this red crap because of whatever's in there. The radiator clean out, I flushed it, it coming out clean. So I'll do the same with the motor and just put this all back together. But yeah, negligence at its best, man. You got to take care of your stuff. If not, you grow stuff inside of your damn hoses. All right, so we got the thermostat housing off, upper hose, and the 2 main heater hoses. We got some not great stuff going on right here. Thermostat, corroded. Yeah, kind of saw that coming, right? This guy, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see the mold inside the thermostat housing coming. That's new. That's keeping it fresh, I guess, huh? Little buildup in here. I mean, that's not great, huh? Look at that. Yeah, so we're going to flush the crap out of that and continue to dig through this thing to see what's going on. I was looking at a little history of this vehicle when we first got it. This heater control valve back here, that guy it blew up. Not what caused this red crap. It was like the first week he drove it. That happened. We swapped it out. Minutes afterwards, I bled the system, everything's great. Come outside, water pump's leaking. Swapped that out, and when I did that, I saw that the thermostat housing was pretty corroded, so I put a new thermostat, new housing on it, and cleaned all that. And it ran fine for like a year after that. Then right before he quit driving is when this top heater hose blew. All that red crap went all over the place. And so obviously there's some contamination somewhere. And I assume the head gasket, because that's what it looked like. I'm not finding oil in the water, and there damn sure ain't no water in the oil. So it's just looking like the cooling system just wasn't maintained. I mean, I flushed it, but you know, what are you going to do after you flush it? It hasn't been done in a long time. So I'm going to put a hose on everything here and just force everything out, and we'll figure it out one way or the other. I got all the heater hoses except for one back there, had a little twist in it to get into that pipe. And so that's on order. Kind of, it's dark out and all that kind of stuff. I'm not pulling this thing out and getting a hose on it. It's kind of cold out too. I don't really mess with it. So I'm going to call it for today. And then I got to work during the week, so we'll see what happens. I might make it back down here to mess with it. It might wait till next weekend. I'll get out here early and put it outside and just start flushing everything out of it. But we'll see. Once we do that, it's just a matter of putting everything back together, which won't take very long at all. I got everything, like I said, a couple of things. Just that one hose I don't have. Oh, and a thermostat. I'm going to swap that out. Probably a new housing, because why not? And that'll be it for this cooling system. I'll put this whole front of the motor back together. Once that's done, we'll pressure wash it, get all this crap out of here, and we'll go from there. I don't know. Got a couple little things to take care of after that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. This thing keeps throwing curves at us, so we'll see what happens. All right, got all the parts on order. Thermostat housing, that one heater hose we didn't have, and while I was already on there, I just ordered a new water pump. Figured it's $30. What's the big deal, right? So, looking at this old one, I did pull it apart. I didn't have it out when I ordered the stuff, but it's not terrible. There's some corrosion, but I mean, I'll hold on to it, spare part, whatever. But yeah, why not? Throw it in there. So on the Jeep here, I got pulled the canister off of it, all the heater hoses are off of it, blew out all the valves and the little T fittings and all that stuff. So that's all new, cleaned out, whatever. And we're gonna end the video right here because I was looking, it's getting pretty long and it's kind of getting to be all over the place. So I was saying it for most of this video. We're gonna start putting it back together. We're about to start putting it back together. We actually are about to start putting it back together once I get the parts. So gonna end it here. Next video, we'll get the new parts and we'll start putting this thing back together. So see you guys then. Until then, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Leave a comment if you know what that crap was in the bottom of the hose. I don't know. It just looks like mud and crap and whatnot, but there's no consistency of any kind of oil. So that was a worry of mine, but there's not. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.